Hi, my name is Andre. I'm Comrades Green number 54978. In this video, I want to talk about Comrades nutrition, hydration, and energy. This is not a scientific talk, but it's ideas from a runner to a runner. I'm going to mention some products and brands. With these, I'm going to give my personal opinion based on my own experience with the product. As a Comrades ground rule, I recommend that you test your hydration, your nutrition and energy plans as good as practically possible before race day. I recommend you try to simulate race day conditions when you do your long runs, something like your last marathon or the 50 or 60, 64 kilometer club run before Comrades. Try out everything so you know what worked for you and what you need to avoid. If you have specific dietary requirements, for example, if you are diabetic, if you're a vegan, or if you eat only kosher or halal certified food, then please check the product labels and make sure these products work for you. My nutrition plan always starts during tapering, the 3 weeks before Comrades. During these 3 weeks, I try to drink and eat just a little healthier. I reduce my intake of coffee and alcohol and junk food. Try to eat more vegetables, more fruit, more freshly prepared, good proteins, and not fatty, oily type of foods. And during the same period, I increase my intake of vitamins. I take a vitamin supplement, something that I want to improve my immune system. In my first few years of running Comrades, I followed a specific carbo loading program. I would first carbo starve and then carbo load like crazy, trying to force as much carbohydrates into my body as possible. But during carbo starving, it made me feel very hungry and it made me grumpy. Then during carbo loading, I felt bloated. It disrupted my digestive system and I didn't sleep well. So I stopped carbo loading. I also realized that it didn't make a big difference on race day. So now I just eat a normal diet, something that I'm used to the few days before Comrades. The supper the night before Comrades is for me a very important meal. Now, since my first Comrades, I always ate a pasta meal the night before Comrades. This started off as part of my carbo loading routine, but I still stick to a pasta meal, and there's a couple of reasons for it. I found that pasta is something that my body finds very easy to digest. It never makes me feel bloated, so I can sleep better. And never ever did I have an upset stomach after eating a pasta meal, so it is something I can trust. And it's important to trust it the night before Comrades. The majority of my Comrades mornings, I had no problems with my bathroom routine. So it's an amazing relief when you wake up on Comrades morning, you go to the bathroom and you have a good number 2. And I found with my pasta meal that it assists me. If you're going to eat a heavy meal, your body going to try to process that food. It's going to might keep you awake. It might you dream strangely. So I prefer my pasta meal. I sleep better in the morning. I feel great and energized, ready for Comrades. Now for breakfast before Comrades. Breakfast before Comrades used to be a very, very big problem for me. I started off with Oats So Easy. Then I tried Pro Nutro, but both these instant porridges made me go very hungry early on in the race. I later changed to bread and honey, and this worked a lot better. I could last about 4 hours before I got hungry in the race. The last few years, I've made some changes, and now I use one of 2 products that I want to show you. The first one is a Future Life Ready Mix. And you get it in different flavors. It contains some porridge and water. You squeeze it in, mix it, and then you can drink it. So I'll use this, or alternatively, if I have time available for preparation, I've got a pre-race meal from 32GI. That also works well for me. This I'll have the morning when I wake up. After I got dressed and I get to the start, then I also take some bread with me. The bread will have honey on it. And this combination seemed to work very, very well. I can now reach more than the halfway mark before I start to get hungry. A good breakfast, I think, is important. It gets you in the right spirit to be positive and to take on the big comrades. When I'm at the start area, before the race start, I also take a mug of coffee with me. So it's a disposable mug, and I can sit there and I drink a bit of coffee. The coffee makes you feel good, and especially when it's very cold for a Pietermaritzburg start, I love drinking a bit of coffee before the race. Then lastly, I also take a disposable water bottle with me, and this I mix with 32GI Endure. 32GI Endure, they say it gives you sustained energy. So I mix this in my water bottle, and then I drink it at the start while I'm waiting for the gun to go off. I'll drink about half my water bottle while waiting at the start. Then, as the race starts, I'll finish the second half of my water bottle over the next 10 kilometers. The first two water tables on the Comrades Marathon route are usually very congested. So it's a good tip to be self-sufficient and bypass the first two tables, so that you don't have to queue to get water or other hydration. So I run with my water bottle and I'll drink little bits all the way until about 10 kilometers into the race. From the third water table on, then I'll use the hydration tables on the route. The hydration tables at the Comrades are known for their awesomeness, good quality and quantity. In the first half of the race, the water tables are usually about 3 kilometers apart, and in the second half they get closer, between 2 and 2.5 kilometers between water tables. All the refreshment tables will have water, Coke and a sport drink. At the time of making this video, Thirsty is the sponsor of the hydration. The sport drink currently at the water tables is the Thirsty ISOFIT. This is very similar to Powerade or Energate, but for me it tastes a little bit lighter and not so sweet. I love it. Some of the refreshment tables will have some other drinks like alcohol-free beer, cream soda or Fanta. So for me, after the second water table, I'll grab a water sachet at every table. I take a short walk break while drinking the water. If I'm not thirsty, then I will just take a few sips of water and then dispose the sachet or spray my face with it. I try to be smart with my walk breaks at the drinks table. If there's a water table and I can see in front is a big hill, I'll grab the water, keep on running until I reach the hill, and rather take my walk break while walking uphill and drinking water. As the day starts to heat up and I get more thirsty, I'll take more water or drink a full sachet, sometimes a second one as well. So I like to drink water based on how thirsty I am. I always study the Comrades route map where they indicate where the hydration stations would be. Sometimes there's a major climb like in Changa or Botha's Hill, and there's not always a water point on the climb. So then at the bottom of the climb or before I reach the hill, I'll take an extra water sachet that I'll carry with me as I go uphill. I take the uphills a lot slower, so it might feel very long before you reach the next water table. If it is a very hot day, then I'll take an extra water sachet and I spray my face, my head, sometimes down my spine. And I later also start spraying my fatigued muscles with water. I think the cold water helps a bit when I spray myself. So other hydration on the route, I usually take one Coke about every 10 kilometers. And this Coke I will always dilute with a little bit of water from a water sachet. This makes the Coke less sweet, and for me it's more easier to digest. If you drink too much sweet stuff during the race, then somewhere in the second half your body might get to the point where it doesn't want anything sweet again. So I found if you dilute the Coke a little bit, then you can go much further before you're gonna get upset with taking any more Coke. The sport drinks, I take a sachet about every second table, and I usually drink only about half of a sachet. Then at my club supporters table, this is usually just after the halfway mark, they will have a chocolate milky ready for me. For me, this is amazing to get something different to drink, and there's something nice about the milk and the chocolate inside. My body feels good, and it's while I'm running, it's something to really look forward to. So just after halfway, when I get my chocolate milky, I run with it until I reach one of the major climbs. On the down run, that will be climbing Bottashill, on the up run climbing in Changa, and then I'll take there a walk break, and slowly I'll drink my chocolate milky. This works very well for me. For emergencies on the route, I carry one Rehydrate sachet with me. Now how to use it, if I get to the point where I'm thirsty and I drink water and it feels like I'm not quenching my thirst, then the Rehydrate really works for me. It puts some electrolytes back in my body, maybe some salts and other minerals too that my body needs. I'll take a Coca-Cola cup at a hydration table, and then I throw out the Coke or drink some of it, and I fill it with water from a water sachet. Then I open the Rehydrate, I add it to the cup, and I mix it with my finger. I'll then drink it, and I spray a second bit of water inside and mix the last that didn't dissolve fully and take some more in. This can be a lifesaver if you're very thirsty, or if it's a very hot day, you get thirsty. This really helped for me. So I carry one of these for emergencies. Now over to food on the route. As I told you, I eat my breakfast, but this breakfast will not be good enough to last 10, 11, 12 hours in a race. So I need some better food to eat while I'm running. Now at the hydration stations, there will be a variety of food items available. It's not at all the hydration tables, and sometimes it's a bit difficult to know what will be available at these tables. But usually the tables will have items like baby potatoes, cookies, chocolates, jelly baby sweets, oranges and bananas. I will usually take little bit of these food items, mainly potatoes, oranges, bananas, and I'll eat little bits throughout the race. I don't want to wait to the point where I'm very hungry and then start eating lots. In the last few years, the company Orange Grove is sponsoring a product called Amahewu that's available at some of the water tables. The Amahewu Asamanzi, and this is an incredible product. At first I was very scared to use it, but I've tried it outside of Comrades and I fell in love with it. For me, it tastes almost like something like Yogi Sip, although it got a slightly rough texture. It's not sour milk as I was expected. These Amahewu gives me a bit of hydration, but more importantly, it gives me sustained energy. So when I get this, I drink some of it, and it helped me that I'm not getting hungry, and it gives me the energy that I need in the second half to keep on going forward. Some spectators will offer food items like sandwiches, potatoes, oranges, bananas, sweets, sometimes potato chips. That is very nice. The spectators are always very generous on the Comrades route. So with me, I also carry a bit of slices of biltong, cabanossis or salami sticks. I don't take a lot of it, but I take just a small handful, and I usually eat this during the long climbs out of Drummond, so just after the halfway mark. It puts some salt back, and it's also feel-good food, so I love eating it when I take a long walk break. So lastly, I want to talk about energy supplements. When I started running Comrades, I calculated that I need about one energy gel every hour. So as a 12-hour Comrades runner, I squashed 11 gels into my running belt. But during Comrades, after about 4 or 5 of these gels, my body could not take any more. I think it's the sweetness, but I don't know. My body refused to take in any more gels. So I always ended the race with lots of unused gels in my running belt. I tried different brands and different flavors, but I had the same result. The maximum I can take is 4, sometimes 5. My strategy now is I take 5 gels to Comrades. I take one around the 70, 60, 50 and 40 kilometer to go markers. The 5th gel I force myself to take around the 20 kilometer to go marker. I always take them at the hydration table so that I can flush it down with water. My favorite gel at the moment is this 32 GI high intensity gel. It's very easy to consume. You break it in half and then the gel will come out here at the top where I can eat it. It gives you energy. It is fairly sustained energy, and it can really help you to keep going. I think it's Bruce Fordyce that once mentioned, if you ever run and you feel like second place is also okay, then it means you should have taken an energy gel already. So if you run and you're going for a bronze and you get to a point where you start thinking Vic Clapham is also good enough, then maybe it's your body craving energy, and that is talking to you. So you need to have an energy gel before you get to the point where you want you be satisfied with a slower medal. So that's my hydration, nutrition and energy story. Please comment if you are using products and strategies that works well for you. I hope your preparation for Comrades is going very well. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. See you on the road.